Hello and welcome to the final video in this Bluehost tutorial. So if I can just do a small recap. In this video what we've done, we have looked at various things that I believe are crucial to any person who is starting to host their own website. So if you want to host your website on Bluehost, this tutorial will be very helpful to you. It will help you do various things. Like some of the things we've looked at are, we looked at the overview of the cPanel, that is this section here. So we looked at some of this, and if you want to get here, you can just click on cPanel and you'll have the same window like I have right now. So we did an overview about these different elements and you can just click on them to see what they're all about. I also showed you how you can point your domain to Bluehost. Let's say your Bluehost account is the one that allows you to have multiple websites on the same account. Then you can have your domain on GoDaddy, you can have a domain on Namecheap, and then you just connect those domains to your Bluehost account so that they can point to the servers on Bluehost. And I showed you how to do that, and if you watch the two videos, you're going to see how to do it well. Okay, it's just a step of updating the name servers, and once you update the name servers, you assign that domain to Bluehost. And I also showed you how to install WordPress on Bluehost. If you want to install WordPress, you want to use WordPress, you can install WordPress. In the last video, I tried to install Magento, but I couldn't. I received some error. I don't know what the error was about, but probably some PHP limit that has been set by the Bluehost team. So that's one reason why I was recommending that you use a VPS if you're going to host something as big as Magento. And then I also went into creating emails, and you saw how you can create different emails. You can create emails. You also saw how you can connect your emails with Outlook, so that instead of going and logging into your website every time you want to look at your emails, you can just open Outlook on your computer, or you can just open Outlook on your mobile phone and view your emails, send emails, and do any email related tasks with the emails that you have connected with your Outlook. So just watch that video and you'll see which configurations I'm talking about. And then we also looked at domains, and in domains, you saw how you can create redirects, how you can create subdomains, and any other thing that we discussed in the domain area. Just feel free to look at that video and you're going to know everything that we talked about. And then after that, we looked at the file manager, and in the file manager, you saw how you can compress all your files and download them. So that would act as a backup for you. And then we also worked with databases, and you saw how you can create a database. I tried to import a database into PHPMyAdmin, and there were some errors. I don't know what's causing these issues on Bluehost, but I know sometimes that happens, but they'll be resolved. So maybe for you, when you follow along with me in the videos, you're going to realize that everything is working fine. So it just depends. Sometimes maybe they're working on the servers, or sometimes they have certain limitations that they haven't opened up yet. In this video, I want to go under domains, and I want to remove the domain that I assigned to Bluehost. If I go into domains, then I go into domain manager, I'm going to see all the domains that I have attached to this account at some point, that I have attached to my Bluehost account at some point. But right now, I just want to look at the one which we were dealing with. So the one that I was dealing with was bizanosa.club, and I want to unassign it. You see, if you want to remove it from your account, first of all, you have to unassign it. And once you have unassigned it, then you can remove it from your account. So I need to delete it from the cPanel account before I can unassign it. But the good thing is that it doesn't really matter, because whether I remove it or I don't, I know that if I want to use this domain anywhere else, I can do it. I will just need to change the name servers to the servers of the server where I want to store the files. So you saw how I did that for Bluehost, and you can do the same thing for any web host that you're using. You just change the name servers for this domain where it is registered, and you're going to be able to use it and point it to those files. Even if there are certain files for that website that are still here, it doesn't matter. As long as on the new server you have all the files for the website and the name servers are pointing to this website. So it doesn't really matter whether I'm able to remove it or not, and I can just leave it without any worries that it may affect any future that I have for the domain. I just know that nothing's really going to affect the website. As long as I want to use it anywhere else, I'm just going to go in and use the domain by changing the name servers to the server where I want to use it. Like if I want to use it on Valtra, I'll just take my name servers from Valtra and add them to Namecheap where the domain has been registered. Okay, so that's it for this course. Okay, and I hope it helps you if you want to navigate your way around Bluehost, especially if you're new to this web hosting stuff. Then this will be a very good course to get you started on most of the things that you'll need to do throughout on your Bluehost account or any web hosting account. Because if the web hosting account that you're using uses Cpanel, then you don't even have to relearn anything at all. You just need to transfer the skills based on the interface that the Cpanel is being run on. So if your web host hasn't changed the Cpanel, then you're going to see the same things, the same names, but the only difference is going to be that the interface is going to be different. Okay, the interface is not going to be the same as the one for Bluehost. So in the next course, what I'll do, I will do a tutorial on how you can install a server on a VPS account, how you can run WordPress, you can run any website. And as soon as I'm done, I will let you know when I'm done with that course. But meanwhile, you can just join any of my courses on Udemy or Skillshare. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm not really active on Twitter, but I ought to post things on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. When you do that, when the course is ready, I'm going to let you know. You can even you can join any of my courses. And if you join any of my courses on Udemy or Skillshare, as soon as the course is uploaded, I'm going to send out an alert to you so you can know. So you can just plan, and when I'm done with the course, you can decide that you're going to use that course to move into VPS hosting, because I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial. So the things I'm going to use are Valtra as my VPS provider, and then I'm going to use CentOS as the operating system for our web server, and then I'm going to use Vesta CP to run our web management. So you are used to using Cpanel. No, we are not going to use Cpanel. Cpanel is expensive. We are cheap, right? We're going to use Vesta CP, which is free and has a lot of great features. So just bear with me. As soon as I create it, I will let you know. Okay, and you can use it to move your website from any shared hosting that you're using into VPS hosting, and it will be a very simple process. I mean, it may sound like it's something that's complicated, but it's not really, because all the scripts will already be there. All the commands, all the commands will just be already there for you. You'll just copy them, put them in on your command window, and everything will just work out. Okay, they've been tested. They're the ones that I use. Lots of people use them as well. So it's not really something that should get you to a point where you believe that, no, that's not for me. No, if you want to move away from shared hosting, the next course I'm going to create is going to give you that opportunity to move from shared hosting. Meanwhile, if you want to use any shared web hosting, I have a couple of shared web hosting that I've used in the past, and I would recommend them to you if dealing with the VPS and managing your own web server is something that you just feel like, no, that's too much work for me. So if you want to do shared hosting, I have a couple of web hosts that I've used in the past, and I recommend them. Therefore, in that list, if you go to bizanosa.com/hosting, I have them listed there, and Bluehost is one of them. The only reason I have Bluehost listed is because I've used Bluehost the most. Like for my own website, 3 years I used Bluehost. So this is the final year where I'm moving away. My account is expiring and I'm just moving away. I've actually moved away. Just follow me on Facebook, join any of my courses, even free if you're not going to watch it, because when I create an alert, you'll be alerted when I create the alert. And if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. I will be here for you. And just a word of caution, Maybe if you experience any errors, any issues in the future that you need help with, I may not have a Bluehost account to help you through. So I will need someone to volunteer the account, maybe for the demo that I will need to do, because I'm not going to buy any Bluehost account ever again. So that's just something that I wanted to let you know in advance. So I will see you next time, and all the best with your website if you're running it on Bluehost. Until next time.